There are hundreds of criminals in The Rookie, ranging from emotionally hurt kids like Leo Thomas who steal helicopters, to villains like Rosalyn Dyer who make Jeffrey Dahmer look innocent. I am ranking the top 5 most evil villains in The Rookie. Starting with number 5, we got your boy Oscar Hutchinson. Oscar is really like a cockroach. You think you finally got rid of him for good, and then he comes back with an even scarier plan. And even when he's locked up, he's still a problem. He's a manipulator, a liar, and he's always looking for another way to get back at you. He doesn't need a gun in his hand to be dangerous. He just needs someone around him who's desperate, gullible, or trapped in the same space as him, and he manipulates them into either helping him or carrying out his will. The person Oscar unfortunately targets the most is John Nolan, because John keeps getting the privilege of either having to send him to prison again or just repeatedly crossing paths with him and getting dragged into his mess or being forced into his plans. Oscar's been involved in everything you could think of, from prison escapes to diamond heists, violence, and everything in between. He puts people against each other, trades information like currency, and turns every conversation into an opportunity for personal gain. If he's helping you, it's because he wants something back. If he's being friendly, it's because you're useful. Even when Oscar shows a tiny bit of humanity, it still comes with strings attached, like with his daughter. He'll act like he cares and wants to give her his kidney, and he probably does in his own selfish way, but he only does it so he can get a vacation from prison. He still tries to make it about what he can gain. And then there's the part that really puts him on this list. When Oscar's out in the world, he goes from annoying mastermind to this guy might actually offend someone on screen right now without a second thought. Number 4 is Caleb Wright. Caleb is one of the darkest villains the show has ever done because he doesn't feel like a dramatic TV villain. He feels like a real predator. The person he harmed the most is Lucy Chin, and he didn't just harm her physically, he traumatized her in a way that sticks with her forever. Caleb's whole method is hiding in plain sight. He shows up as a normal guy. He's charming, he's calm, he's safe. He makes you think you're the one who's overthinking things. And that's the trap. He targets Lucy specifically, gains her trust, and once he has the chance, he drugs her and kidnaps her. And the second Lucy wakes up, you realize this isn't about robbery or revenge. This is about control, fear, and cruelty. He tattoos Lucy some sick ritual. He's proud of what he's doing. And when she tries to fight back, when she tries to escape, he doesn't panic. He escalates. He seals her in a barrel and buries her alive. Far away from where anyone would think to look, he leaves her there to suffocate. That is one of the most horrifying things any villain does in this entire series because it's slow, it's personal, and it's designed to break her. Lucy survives, but surviving doesn't erase it. Caleb didn't just try to kill her, he tried to destroy her sense of safety, her trust, and her peace. That's why he's number 4. Number 3 is La Fiera. La Fiera is cartel evil, the kind that comes with money, power, and absolutely no hesitation. She doesn't just threaten people, she makes examples. The person she targeted the hardest was Angela Lopez, and she didn't just try to scare Angela, she tried to take Angela's entire life away from her. La Fiera kidnaps Angela while she's pregnant and drags her into a situation where Angela has no control over anything. And what makes it so evil is the plan behind it. La Fiera isn't just holding Angela hostage to negotiate. She wants Angela's baby. She wants to take the child after the birth and raise the baby like it belongs to her. That's not just violence. That's psychological torture. That's a villain trying to steal someone's future. And it doesn't stop there. Wesley is spiraling, trying to find his wife, trying to do anything he can, and La Fiera knows that. She knows how to hurt Angela by hurting the people around her too. La Fiera is also the type of villain who orders killings like it's nothing. If someone's in the way, they're gone. If she needs to send a message, somebody dies. A lot of villains threaten violence. La Fiera treats violence like a normal tool, and even her own family isn't safe from the life she built. She's so deep in cartel power and revenge that she drags her own son into danger, and that world ends up taking him too. That's what happens when a villain is so obsessed with being in control that they can't protect anyone, not even their own blood. La Fiera is number 3 because she combines scale and brutality with something more personal. Angela didn't just face a dangerous criminal, she faced someone who wanted to take her child and break her as a person. Number 2 is Elijah Stone. Elijah is evil in a specific way because he doesn't just want to win, he wants to own you. The person Elijah targeted the most was Wesley Evers, and the way Elijah trapped him was genuinely hard to watch because it starts when Wesley is at his weakest. Angela is kidnapped. She's being held hostage. Wesley is desperate. He's terrified. He's running out of time, and he feels like he has no options. And Elijah uses that desperation like a hook. Elijah offers help, but it's not help. It's a deal that turns into a cage. Wesley agrees because his wife's life is on the line, and Elijah immediately turns that one decision into leverage that never goes away. He forces Wesley into being his crooked lawyer, not do one favor, not help one time. He pushes Wesley into crossing lines, protecting criminals, covering things up, and bending the law. And then Elijah holds it over his head like a weapon. Elijah makes it clear that if Wesley doesn't cooperate, Angela gets hurt, their baby gets hurt, their entire life gets destroyed. And it's not an empty threat, because Elijah is the kind of villain who will kill people without hesitation. If you go against him, he removes you. If you become a problem, he handles you. If you're a witness, you disappear. Then when Wesley finally tries to break free, Elijah goes after him in the worst way, because Elijah knows Wesley cares about his name and his career. Elijah attacks his reputation and pushes him toward losing his law license. Wesley ends up getting suspended, and that stain follows him. Number 1 is Rosalyn Dyer. Rosalyn is the most evil villain in The Rookie because her whole thing isn't just killing people, it's breaking people. The person she harmed the most is John Nolan, and she didn't do it once, she did it for years. Rosalyn is a serial killer with multiple victims before she's even properly brought into the story. She's calm, she's intelligent, and she enjoys what she does. Not just the killing, but the fear, the grief, and the damage it causes afterward. And even when she's caught, prison does not stop her. It just changes how she plays the game. From behind bars, she manipulates people, recruits followers, and uses other killers as extensions of herself. She's the kind of villain who can sit in a cell and still make someone's life outside that prison fall apart. And Nolan becomes her obsession. Rosalyn fixates on Nolan because he's compassionate, because he cares, because he's the type of person who tries to do the right thing even when it's hard, and Rosalyn wants to see if she can twist that into guilt and darkness. She plays mind games with him. She taunts him. She pulls him into her world over and over again, and it always feels personal because she makes it personal. Then she escalates, she escapes custody, and once she's out, she doesn't lay low. She kills again, and she makes sure everyone knows she's back. She wants Nolan and the LAPD to feel powerless. And her most twisted move, the thing that cements her at number 1, is what she does to Bailey. Rosalyn sets up a trap designed to kill Bailey slowly. It's engineered, it's controlled, it's cruel on purpose. She puts Bailey on a clock and forces Nolan into an impossible situation. And the point isn't even just to kill Bailey, the point is to force Nolan to cross a line. Rosalyn tries to push Nolan into killing her because she doesn't just want to win physically. She wants Nolan to live with guilt forever. She wants to corrupt him. She wants to ruin who he is as a person. Even when the team saves Bailey and the plan doesn't fully work the way Rosalyn wanted, she still leaves damage behind. Because that's what she does. She makes sure Nolan is never the same after he meets her. Drop your list in the comments because I already know people are going to argue about this one.